Hey, what's up, and welcome back to another build tutorial. Today I am going to be showing you how to build your own Aldi store. So here we go. Here are all the materials that you will need. So the plot of land you'll need for the whole build is 36 blocks this way and 70 blocks this way. And then for the Aldi building itself, so just the supermarket, the dimensions for that is 29 blocks this way and 43 blocks this way. So just to mark up where the Aldi store is, so starting from this block, so just one across from the border here, if you go up 26 blocks, on the 26th block is where the bottom right corner of the Aldi foundation is, just so you know where to start building it. But let's start with the main supermarket itself. So I've got some grey concrete here, and starting on this bottom left corner, I'm going to go up 5 blocks. And then from here, I'm going to leave a gap of 6. And then I'm going to go up by another 5. Just like that. And I'm just going to repeat this until we get to the end just here. So again, another gap of 6. Then just 5 up. Another gap of 6, 5 up. And then finally one more gap of 6. And then 5 up, just like that. And then if we come across to the other side here, we're going to do the exact same thing. So again, I'm going to leave a gap of 6. And then 5 up. So I'm just going to do this until I get to the end, just over there. There we are. Then once all of these posts have been built up, from this point going all the way around to that point there, I'm just going to build this whole wall up so it's 5 blocks high in total. And then next up, with some black concrete, from this point I'm going to place 1 block and then go out by another one. And then I'm just going to build this all the way along till we get to the other side. And then once we've reached here, I'm going to build this out by another one. And then again do the exact same thing, going all the way across this wall as well. And then once we've reached this side again, I'm going to build this out by another one. And then continue this all the way to the end. And then once you've reached the end here, I'm going to build this out by 4. Just like that. And then from this point, I'm just going to build this all the way across the other end of the wall here. And then where I've placed these 4 blocks, I'm just going to extend this all the way down to the other end there. So next up, I've got some light grey concrete here. And starting from this block here, I'm just going to build this all the way across until we reach here. So I'm just going to carry this all the way around in a big rectangle. So I'm just placing it on top of that black border that we just placed earlier. Just making sure that we leave 1 block sticking out on the side. In this case, it will be 4 blocks here. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's 3 high in total. Now let's get on with the slope for the roof. So starting on this right side here, I'm just going to count across 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on this 10th block, I'm going to place a block. And then I'm going to go across 11 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then next to this block, I'm going to build up 2. And I'm just going to build this all the way across to the end here. And then I'm just going to mirror what I've done on this side on this other wall as well. So again, if we come to this corner, I'm going to count across another 9. And then on the 10th block, I'm going to place a block and then go across so it's 11 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then on this block, I'm going to build up 2. And I'm just going to build this wall all the way across till we reach the corner just here. And then finally, on this section, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the wall. So just from this point, I'm going to fill this all the way up till I reach the end there. And then next up for the roof here, so with some grey concrete, firstly I'm just going to build one layer on top of the whole wall that I've built. So I'm just going to go all the way across the whole of the wall, just placing all this grey concrete, just one block on top. And then on the outer edge, I'm just going to extend this out by 1 block. So again, just doing this all the way around. And then once all that's done, I'm just going to fill in this entire roof, kind of like row by row. So for example, I'm just going to do this bit first, and then next up, I'll just fill in this bit. And then again, on this side, I'll fill in this bit as well. So I'm just going to fill in each bit of the roof all the way across till we reach the end, just there. Now the whole building's done, we can get on with our Audi logo here. So I've got some yellow concrete, some yellow wool, and some blue wool here. So starting from this point here with some yellow concrete, I'm going to place 2 blocks there. And then next to that, I'm going to add 2 yellow wool just there. And then with some blue wool, I'm just going to go up by 2 and build this along just on top. And then on top again with some more yellow concrete, just 2 there. And then next to that, some yellow wool. And then for the letters, we are going to use some banners. So for the letter A, so I've got a blue banner here, just going to place that there. And with some white dye, I'm going to press this shape first. And the next up, I'm going to use this one just here. Then next, we're going to use this one. I don't know the names of all of these. I'm just doing it by shape. And then next one, we'll use this one here. And then finally, we're going to do this border just around for the A. And then for the L, we're going to do this little pattern here. Then we're going to do this one just there. And then we're going to do this border around. And next up for the D. So the D is slightly different, so I'm going to use a white banner for this one. And then I'm just going to use a diamond here first. And then I'm going to switch to some white dye. Then I'm going to do this top little bit first, and then this bottom bit just here, and then a straight line next just there. And then finally, just finish it off, I'm going to do a blue border going all the way around. And then for the eye, I'm just going to do this little central line just here. And then finally with some blue dye, add a border just like that. So that'll give us all of the letters for our build here. So we'll just place them there. That gives us our shop sign. So next up, with some white concrete, I'm just going to fill in the entire floor here. So including these blue lines just along the windows. Firstly, I'm just going to start on this side here. And just where the blue lines are, I'm just going to fill in this with some white concrete. So I'm just going to do this going all the way around. And then I'm just going to fill in the remaining area with all of this concrete. And then once all of this has been filled in, I've got some black stained glass here, and we're just going to start filling in all of the windows. So starting from this right window here, I'm just going to go all the way across. So I'm just going to start by filling these first 4 in with all the glass. Oh, glass planes are so hard to place. And then once all these windows have been filled in, on this side, this is where we're going to have 2 sets of double doors. So I'm just going to place 1 row of glass on the left here and 1 on the right. And then I'm going to place 1 there. I'm going to add 1 stone brick wall. And then I'm just going to fill the rest with glass. Just going to mirror what I've done this side and this side as well. So 1 glass pane there, 1 stone brick wall, and then some more glass just on top. So I'm just going to repeat what I've done here on this little section as well. And then once these 2 sets of double doors have been filled in, I'm just going to fill in the rest of these windows with some more glass. So now let's add some lighting in this building here. So I've got a birch fence, and then starting from this point here, so I'm just going to follow the pillar here all the way up and then across until we're in line with the other pillar just here. So that's how we'll place. So pretty much 6 across from that wall there, and then 6 across from this bit of the wall here. So then I'm just going to build this so it's 4 down in total, and then between this I'm going to leave a gap of 6, then place 4. So I'm just going to do this all the way to the other end of the wall. And then once all these fences have been built up, go into the middle section here. Again, starting from this point, I'm just going to follow this all the way across until I line up with this fence just over there. Then I'm going to build this down by 3, so it's 3 down in total. Then I'm going to leave a gap of 6 and then place another 3. So again, just doing this until I reach the other end of the wall. And then finally, I'm just going to do the same on this wall as well. So just going to follow this up again, and then across. And then I'm just going to build this down by 2. And again, I'm just going to leave a gap of 6, going all the way across to the other end, just like that. And then next up, with some glowstone, I'm going to place 1 block of glowstone just under this fence here. And then I'm going to put some white wool going all the way around it. And then find just a trapdoor just there. So I'm just going to do this underneath every fence post that we've placed. So before I start decorating the inside, let's get the outside done. So I've got some oak leaves here, and then starting from this corner just here, I'm just going to build this across all the way down until I reach the other corner on this side. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's too high all the way across. And then next up, with some smooth stone from this block, I'm just going to destroy this, and then I'm just going to build this all the way up just to the top of the end, just over there. And once I've reached here, I'm just going to go all the way across, just along this back wall. So just following the yellow markers that we done earlier. And then again, just back down. And then finally, just across until we meet back to where we started. The next up, starting from this block here, I'm going to go across 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this block, I'm going to replace it with some grey concrete. And then I'm going to go across by 9, so it's 10 along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be the entrance to the car park of our supermarket. And then moving to this corner here. From here, with some smooth stone, I'm going to go across 5 blocks. And then I'm going to build this whole row all the way across to the end of that wall there. And then once that bit's filled in, with the rest of this grass area here, I'm just going to fill the rest of that in with more smooth stone. So I'm just going to fill this all the way in to the top. Now all of this is filled in with the smooth stone, we can get on with the car park itself. So I've got some white wall here. Starting from this corner, I'm going to go down by 5. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 3 and then place another 5. So I'm just going to do this pattern all the way to the end there. And then once you reach the end here, I'm going to leave a gap of 10. And then from this block, I'm going to build this 5 up. And I'm just going to do the same pattern like I've done here on this side as well. And then once all that's done, I'm going to fill in the whole of this grass area with some grey concrete. Just filling in the whole area. And then once this whole area has been filled in with some stone brick walls, just in each centre of each kind of car park space, just on this side, I'm going to place 1 stone wall just there, so just leaving a gap of 3 in between each one. The next up for the little bit where all the trolleys are stored. So the way we're going to do this, firstly with some stone brick walls, I'm going to place, just on this little car park section here, I'm going to place 4 just here, so they're 3 blocks away from each other. And then with some birch fences, I'm going to place 2 just on top of each one. And then on each side with a quartz slab, I'm going to place a row of 5 just there. And then finally with some yellow wool, I'm just going to place this on top. And then one final thing with some iron bars, I'm just going to place these in between these gaps just there, leaving this bit open. And now for the actual trolleys inside, so I've got some rails here. I'm just going to place 4 just there, and then with a minecart I'm going to place 1 just on top there. I've got some gates here and I'm going to place 1 gate just behind each minecart just like this for a trolley design. So now let's move on to the inside. So first I'm going to do all the checkout tills. So from this point we're going to go across 4 blocks, and then on this 5th block I'm going to place 1 black concrete just there, and I'm just going to build this out so it's a 2x2 square just here. And then next to it I'm going to place 2 black concrete just here, leaving a gap here. And then next to this I'm going to add 1 yellow wool and then 2 blue wool just there. And then finally just 1 black concrete on the end there. And then if we go to the other side with some grey concrete, I'm just going to place this from here. I'm going to go all the way across 6 blocks until we reach here. And then finally just 1 black concrete just there. And then on top of this block with a birch fence, I'm going to place 2 just there. And then finally 1 black concrete just there, just for the till numbers. And then on top of the wall here, I'm just going to place 3 black stained glass panes. And then if we go to this block here, I'm going to make a little mini laptop. So if we just place 1 pressure plate there, and then we'll add a trapdoor just behind it. And then in front of it, we're going to add 1 painting just there. And then finally, with a birch sign just on this side, I'm going to place this all the way across to the end. Just like that. And then while leaving a gap of 3 between each till, I'm just going to replicate this another 3 times all the way across. So if I just mark this out, so just keeping it 3 blocks across, just like that. So again for the second till, starting from here, I'm going to get some grey concrete, go across 6 blocks, just like that. And then with some black concrete on the end, I'm going to do a 2x2 black square. And then here, I'm going to place another 2 black. And then I'm going to add 1 yellow and then 2 wool just there. And then on this little section here, I'm going to add 2 birch fences and then 1 black concrete on top of that. And then on top of the wall, I'm going to add 3 glass panes. And then for our mini laptop, again, I'm going to place 1 stone pressure plate, and then a trapdoor behind that, and then a painting just there. And then finally, again, with a birch sign, just going to place this all the way across. So just repeat that process with the other 2 just here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys replay that little bit of the video so you can get these other 2 completed as well. The next up for the supermarket shelves. So starting from here, I'm going to go across 5 blocks. And then on this 6th block, I'm going to place 1 grey concrete just there. I'm just going to make this 2 along. And I'm just going to build this up so it's 3 high in total. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 3 and then place another wall just there. Another gap of 3, another wall, another gap of 3, another wall, and then finally 1 more gap of 3 and another wall just there. And then I'm just going to repeat this another 3 times. So I'm just making sure that each wall lines up with each till here. So again, so for the second wall, again, I'm just going to go up by 3, leaving a gap of 3. So we're just doing this all the way across. So there should be 5 pillars in total in each row. And then once all these pillars have been placed with some quartz stairs, I'm just going to place rows of 3 3 high just in each gap here. So I'm going to do this on both sides of each shelf. So I'm just going to repeat this for the other 3 lots of shelves just here. And then once all these shelves have been built with some grey carpet, I'm just going to place this on top of each row. Just like that. So I'm just going to do that for all of the shelves. So next up for the freezer sections here. So with some light grey concrete, starting from this block here, I'm going to go to just here, and then I'm going to build this up. So it's 4 high in total. And I'm just going to leave a gap of 2 in between each of these pillars. So I'm just going to keep building these up. Just until we get to this point, and then just in this area I'm going to build this up again. So we've got a 2x2 square pillar just there, and then going across I'm going to build another 2 just here. And then next up, with some quartz stairs, I'm just going to place these just in between each of the pillars here on the back wall. And then once all these stairs have been placed with an iron block, I'm just going to place 4 of these in the floor just here. And the next up, on these first 5 little sections here, I'm going to add some black stained glass. So these are going to be for the freezer sections here. Just like that. And then on the rest of these, I'm going to need some string. And then just on this top bit here, I'm going to place 2 string. Just there. And then finally, with some light grey carpet, I'm just going to place this all on top. So just placing this on top of the whole area. And then next up for our fruit and veg section here. So from this point, I'm going to leave a gap of 2. I'm going to place 2 light grey blocks and then 1 on top. I'm just going to do this another 3 times, leaving a gap of 2. Actually, sorry, another 4 times. Just there. And then with a composter, I'm just going to place 4 in between these gaps. And then with some item frames, I'm going to place 2 just on top of the bottom ones, 2 on the side of the top, and then 2 more on the top, just there. I'm just going to repeat this on these other sections. And now we're just going to fill all these item frames up. So I got some potatoes here, place 2 there, we'll place some carrots on top, and then some beetroot just there. And I'll repeat this on this second one as well. And then on this section, I'm going to add some apples just there, and maybe some golden ones as well. And then finally on this last section, I'm going to add 2 bits of melon there, and then some berries just there. And then finally, leaving a gap of 1 with some light grey concrete, I'm going to place a 2x2 square just there. I'll leave another gap of 1 and then another 2x2 square. And then with some melon, I'm going to place 4 just there, and then another 3 just on top. And then finally with some pumpkin, just going to add 4 just like that as well. And then finally, for one last detail, we're going to add some trolleys around the supermarket. So I'm just going to scatter these randomly all around the supermarket. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to add 1 rail just there, then 1 minecart just here, and then a gate behind it. So I'm not going to be specific where you can place this. I'm just going to place this wherever I feel like it, to be honest. So just place a rail there, another minecart, and the gate there. Might do 1 in the middle of an aisle here as well. Maybe 1 final one. Maybe just put 1 at the checkout as well. Let's do 1 at the checkout. Just here. And that pretty much completes our Aldi store. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.